not a bad drive. So.
Well, you can have house guests for weeks.
Right. Until
Oh,
I
man.
leave on the 26th.
Well, here's another house guest we have. You know Steve Ehrlich?
Yeah.
When is he
The
coming?
architect?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Santa Monica. Vita has secured him as a sort of a crit, right?
He's a guest speaker.
A guest
He's on the
speaker.
lecture series here.
For the architecture school.
Right.
So he's coming when?
Oh, 18th of October, something like
October.
that. October.
Oh, okay.
And then we're gonna have a party for him. You know, with the
Oh, we are.
She didn't know about this.
well,
No,
it's
we
a
have
long way
to
off.
do something.
It's October. You can make all kinds of
You can
plans.
do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I may plan to be someplace else.
She might plan to be in.
You could be a guest at our house by then.
How about be in
Costa Rica.
Well, we're going in November to Costa Rica. Sandy, I'm going to meet Sandy there.
And you fly from Washington?
I think so. I mean,
Uh-huh.
she's got all the arrangements, and can get me a good deal on a ticket because she's going with this conference.
Vito,
Didn't she say something?
everybody's face with that video camera.
What about it?
Get out of everybody's face with that camera.
It's this thing. One thing nice about this thing, you can erase it.
Yeah.
She says you can do it for like $440 round trip from
That's
Washington.
fabulous.
Isn't that incredible?
So you go to San Juan or San Jose, whichever it is,
Yeah.
and then do you do anything there? Or?
Well, see, she'll have been there before I get there, conferring about forests and stuff like that. And I'll get there like on the next to last day of the conference.
God, that music is so wonderful.
Isn't
And
that
then,
something? Yeah.
This Madame
After the
Butterfly.
conference is over,
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
get in a car and we'll travel for a week by ourselves.
You should call Roger Pressburger at home one night and talk to him about it because
He
he goes there
all
every
the
other week.
time. All the time. Do you know Roger President?
Of course I know Roger.
Yeah, of course
he,
you do.
He
We
did
were
the El
at their
Tovar.
50th wedding and his 50th birthday.
I'm not sure he was. We didn't go. We were invited to his.
Oh, to that one at the Russian restaurant?
Yeah,
You
we
weren't
didn't.
there.
We were out of town or something. He's a nice man.
He's a
He is a
very
nice man.
man, very decent soul. Because he's not.
You have to push a button, you realize. Record. Now it says record. See?
So I think it's probably recording it.
That's a good chance.
Now, say something so that we can say at later time. 3 minutes of that
That's right,
is
that's
the
right.
essence
And you
of
know
the
the
man.
essence of
You
that
know
guy.
the essence
Right,
of the
that's
man.
You wanna know your
so
essence.
let's hear something so we know the essence of
No, I
you.
have to think.
Okay, let me get Lynn's feet here.
What? Ah!
That's right. Should we do feet?
Size 10 and proud of it.
Here's
Mr.
Michael.
Bennett?
Here's Michael Cattleman. I mean, he's such a character. Somebody has a video camera at Michael Chetta's wedding.
Right.
He gives it to Michael Cattleman. What does he do with it? He goes in to where the guys are serving food and he interviews
The guys in the restaurant.
Mexican guys.
That's funny.
Food.
That is funny.
What are you making back?
That's showing the essence of Vito.
Glenn Cardos.
Great. I saw it before. With
Honey, you have to say
pipes.
something that's the essence of you.
the essence of me.
Because Vito's going to say, if we just took 3 minutes of that, that's the essence of that man's life.
Well, the essence
No.
of my life is that my life is changing. I'm
And
getting into this environment here.
do you want to?
We can't move here because the Chettas will move away in about a year if we get here. You know what they'll do.
The Chettas are not moving from here because what they want to do is have us have the bigger place
That's right.
outside of town.
We want our
Vito,
rich cousins.
he
Yeah.
wants rich cousins with more acreage.
And where are we going to find
Our
these
rich
cousins?
Portuguese cousins.
Right.
Well, see,
Portuguese.
what is, we get a piece of land.
Glenn, there are
with
not
a
enough
small
Portuguese
house.
folks here in town.
Well, that's for sure. Although your friend Sandy speaks Portuguese
But yeah, she's pretty good with
with
that.
a Brazilian accent. Which is
Yeah.
very hard
Now
for
let's
a
see
real
what we
person.
have over here.
We have nothing over here in close-ups like this to show lines. Really. You can only do this
This
after
camera doesn't do lines.
after a facelift.
That's the essence of Lynn, right?
That's the essence of
I think
me.
a good short stint of somebody, a short shot would be like somebody telling a story or a joke.
Well, go ahead.
You watch.
Battery is flashing at me, Vito.
What do you think that means, honey?
I think it means the battery's flashing.
That's
Evan,
the
the leather jacket I got is a gift from my brother.
Make the hardwood floors. We finish our hardwood floors, which are a mess in our house, and I feel it was a
I
good
may have those
investment.
done when we get back. Just to
But I
get
mean-
that done with.
I felt like it was a good investment to have him have a woodman. My mom was aghast that this is what I wanted to tell you about Mort. So we used to go, they'd let us in because we were freshman girls and they thought we're cute, and these guys were getting ready to go off to college. And he ran a speakeasy. It was like Mort's, and you could only get in if you knew, you know, and you could call it anywhere, and they'd let you in the basement. One day in town, here was this town where, little tiny, stupid little town like this, and you had a little tiny place where all the cars drove around the triangle there so you could see and be seen, and there was like a Coke shop here, you know, we'd all look out. It was hot all summer. Mort had this one of those old coupes, just one of those old cars that would come out in like 1958 or 55. And he wanted a convertible, and he took a saw and he sawed off the top of his car.
Mortimer.
I will never forget this. And it had wires sticking up when he took the top off, and we all jumped in it and had a convertible. And this guy just walked to his own feet, and I'm sure he must be dead. I've never seen him. I've been back a couple times, and you know, you say like, whatever happened to Mort Trenchard? No one ever knew. But the guy was just out there, and you're right, I totally keyed into it. I was like 14 years old, and I thought, they're not the norm.
Yeah.
I like that, you know, they kind of walked on their own side. But he sawed the top, I mean, that just amazed me. He just sawed it off. He said, you want a convertible? He left and came back, he had a convertible. Things sick of just sawed it off.
Yeah.
Mort made things happen.
Mort was my mom was, she was so worried when I was that age, was her most worrisome time, because these guys were seniors, and then they went off to college, and when they would come back when I was in high school, we still kind of ran with that crowd a little bit. They'd come back into town, and we'd be sophomores or juniors, and these older guys would come back, and we just found them to be the most fascinating people
Yeah.
we had ever known. You know, they were like, they went off to the world, and we were in this tiny little town of a couple thousand people or something. We thought this was like, oh my God, they've been out there, they know what's happening. They'd come back and they just looked cool, they acted cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'd come through town and you were like, wow. So I found them really interesting. But
Yeah.
I'm sure he's dead. I'm sure he must have blown himself out, because he was way on the edge at
He was
that
on the
time.
fringe.
Yeah, he was
then,
on the fringe then.
walking that tightrope.
And you know, then you had the Beat Generation and the Kerouacs come in, and I would imagine he kind of
What's the Kerouacs?
Jack
Jack
Kerouac
Kerouac and the Beat Generation.
and
Oh.
Timothy
Timothy
Leary and all
Leary.
of that.
And the guy with the G name, it's not Gillespie, but what is
Dizzy
that?
Gillespie?
No, the one that ran with Jack Kerouac.
You know the orchestra, the band at my freshman hop was Dave Brubeck.
Oh, really?
They were unknown at that time.
Well, I'll
My
tell you who
God.
was